Oh, wow. Let's mute that. What's up? What is up? Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's the Lou Man. The Lou Man group. In the heezy. In the speezy. Can you hear me? I am testing out. I'm doing a little tech rehearsal, as they call it in the showbiz, the business of show. Can you hear me at all? Am I muted? Are we hearing this? We're throwing our L's up. That's all you got to do, really, to make me happy, to make yourself happy. Really, all you got to do these days is just throw the motherfucking L up in the air, slap it on the front of your forehead, show the world that you are a Lou. Lunatic, Lou Nation, in the house, all day, every day. It's not just a way of life, it's a movement. As a matter of fact, it's a bowel movement. And I just made a bowel movement. Some of you might be making bowel movements right now as we speak. But yeah, really just coming in quick, coming in hot, coming in chick. I'm just gonna take my clothes off here, show some of the ladies at home what they're missing. But no, we got this little, oh shit, I might have fucked that up just now by accident. I don't think so. But yeah, I got this little fucking nice little microphone for the event on Saturday. So I wanted to make sure it works and I can get it hooked up. And that seems to be the case. So thank you very much to JB Ducey, Dabbling E, Balls Deep, anyone else in the house checking this out. Just making sure I got all my fucking P's and Q's lined up here. Shit, let me see if this thing works a little bit. It looks like you turn the gain up. This one, I gotta turn this on. All right, you guys are gonna do a little live test with me here. We are gonna see, does this thing link up? Oh, here we go. So I gotta go like that. All this technology is, it's really something else. This seems to be some sort of receiver. Okay, bear with me here. Working on something that doesn't seem to be working. Gonna have to check that out. But honestly, if it sounds good here, well, I don't think I need a receiver to tell me shit. What am I gonna change the gain? What do you want me to fucking move some gain around for you? Do I look like a motherfucking? But yeah, this is the whole thing here. We're getting my shit together, ready for Rodney's. I got this little Steadicam gimbal action. This is gonna be a game changer for the Lou Man group and his audience on Saturday at the legendary fabled club Rodney's, New York City, the one-time Dangerfields, a place that I've performed. I think Kevin Brennan said that he's performed. I forget. He was doing math yesterday, and I start to tune out, to be honest, with the math. I don't listen to my podcasts with a calculator out. All right, let's just say that. But We are going to be at Dangerfields. We've got the Stevie Lou 420 Smokeout. I guess, want to just touch on that briefly. Look at this. JV Ducey says, watch your back. Stuttering John might try to jump you. Now, I'm reading that back live, and I think the main word that you're going to want to key in on there is try. And I just don't see that really happening. As a matter of fact, I don't really see anybody in this whole Dabbleverse jumping the Lou Man. Especially with Lou Nation in the house, you might, on a good day, be able to take me down. You might. On your very best lucky day. If you said your prayers and you took your vitamins in the morning, maybe you could take me down. But when I got Lou Nation in the house, watching my back, you don't stand a chance. I'm gonna start talking like the Duke does now, talking like a fucking moron who lives in fucking Long Island. You don't come try to test the Duke. Listen, I will bring my nunchucks if I need, Mint Diggity. I know you'll be there, and if you want to get fucking chucked up, bro, fucking just come up to me and say, my name is Kenyatta. No, I don't know. That's maybe not the best idea. I try not to get into all that. That was a bad part of my life. Bad times. A lot of you had some good laughs about that, but let me tell you, I get it. When you break your arm, it sucks. It's just a little different when a ninja man on the streets of New York City breaks your arm as opposed to you just drunkenly falling on your floor coming out of the shower. Feel like that's difference. If you want to talk like the Duke, you have to spit on the screen. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, I aim to please. That was probably disgusting for any of you watching at home. I just made a little bit of spittle. But I'm trying to be authentic, trying to be the real deal. Stevie Lou in the house. And, in order to be the real deal, let's just get this all going. Let's start the day off like anybody should. And what I'm going to do here is something a little special. This is the first time I've done this on air. So check this out. Not the first time I've done this specific thing on air, but there's a special angle to this right now, this morning, that I'm going to kind of spoiled it. But if you down with the clown, it is Friday. Fried day, as they say in the biz. But what we're going to do is we're going to get this Johnny Carson cutting shit up. Oops, sorry, John. He's probably cutting shit up as we speak right now, but I've got this Johnny Carson custom cutting shit up. This is my most proud possession. This is my proudest, most valued possession that I own in my life. So we're gonna clear that out. We don't suck the ash through. A lot of people will they clean their bong using their bong, and I think that's just not how we do things around here. Ouch, that was hot. Burning. That's one of the dangers of using a wonder drug like cannabis, is that occasionally you can light yourself on fire. So sometimes I light my fire. Hold on. My name is Ray DeVito. I'm a comedian. I go to New York City to do comedy a couple times a month. And I'm a comic. I my jokes. I won't jokes for this. I won't jokes for this. JV Ducey checking in saying, I prefer zigzags. Well, honestly, that makes one of you because to be real, dude, I don't think I've ever met a person in real life who's said to me, I prefer zigzags. With all due respect, dude, I'm not trying to break your balls too bad, but zigzags fucking suck, dude. I mean, at the very least, what you're going to want to do is get yourself just the old workhorse, at least for me. I got a whole little box here. Check this out. I just want to show you guys this is my little thing here. This is, how adorable is this? And if anybody can tell me what this is from, the first person to answer this trivia question, what is this from? This is the handbook for the recently deceased. Please tell me what this is a reference to. If you can get this, I'm going to be fucking really hyped because I don't feel that many people know what this is. Just shout it out. Don't raise your hand. Look at that. Balls Deep gets it. This is okay, this would have been like a prop from the movie Beetlejuice, right? But check this out. I went and saw Beetlejuice 2 in the movie theaters with the wife, right? I enjoyed the film. I mean, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, but I enjoyed it. But this is what they had at the theater as popcorn. This was your popcorn box. So you went and they put the popcorn in here. So we actually didn't even get the popcorn. We just got the book because we thought it was so cool. And I have to give a shout out to the wife because she took one look at this thing and she was like, holy shit, this is a stash box. This is the perfect stash box. And at first I was kind of like, yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. Sure, I mean, it's $20. It's a piece of trash for $20. So I was like a little bit on the fence. But then I like sat there and thought for a second. And I was like, oh my God, she's really, really right about this. This is like perfect size to hold your stuff in. So I went and bought one too. So now we have two of these, and they're both full of cannabis things. But what I was trying to get at, Stevie Lou is a raw first and foremost. I like the flavor on the raw papers, but I will say this is not my favorite paper. This is just the easiest paper to find in New York, at least, that does the job. Now, I will bust out, I am a fan of these two. These are called Elements. These are extra wide Elements, and I'll tell you what, this is the way to go if you want to roll a motherfucking bomber. On 420, when I was rolling up those Big Daddy joints, I was using my Elements king size. These are rice paper. Real good flavor, burns nice, super thin too, which could be a problem sometimes, to be honest, but I seem to like these. The problem with the thinness is occasionally when you're licking the seal, they'll break, which is a problem. You'll end up having to patch that up, which, you get away with it. It's just not optimal. So I do like Elements, but to be totally forthcoming, I found a new brand in my recent travels that I'm huge on. I am really high on this brand called ZZZ. ZZZ rolling papers. Check these out. They come with the filter in there. This is the small version. They make a larger version, which I prefer. Couple things about this company, ZZZ. I just like the flavor and the thickness of the paper seems to really hit the spot. And then also they put artwork on each package. They've got like 5 or 6 different types of packages, and then these are made by artists, and they give like a portion of the proceeds of every pack sold to the artist that did the artwork for the pack. So, I mean, as corny as that sounds, that's the kind of thing that puts me over the edge. If you're giving back to the community, I like to hear something like that. So those are my papers there. I've become a tremendous fan of this company. This is a company called Beamer. You can check out that logo there, Beamer. These are hemp wraps. Look, you can see they're vegan, which is, I mean, I really don't give a fuck about that, to be honest, but some of you do. So these are vegan. They're made with hemp. I believe this is a Canadian company, so if you're into that sort of shit, you got that. Sugar-free, so there's no flavor on this. I used to smoke tobacco once regularly, and I think that that was a bad thing. Shitty tobacco is no good. So if you can find these out there, these vegan hemp wraps by Beamer, they burn slow, taste great. It's a good way to smoke your trees. Beamer has a side company called Bake Sale that makes these like terpene infused hemp wraps. That's taking it maybe an extra step that you don't need, but I don't mind those either. I'd rather smoke a terpene flavored blunt than a artificially flavored blunt like, you know, vanilla or berry and all that shit. And then look at this finally. Someone gave me one of these the other day and I tried it out and it wasn't terrible. This is a rose petal blunt. This is literally rose. So you're taking rose petals. You can see how red that is. It's a pre-rolled rose petal cone that you stuff on your own. Now, that brings up another point. I'm not a fan of the stuff your own cones, the pre-made cones. I don't like that. I like rolling my own joint. There's just something to be said about being able to roll your own joint. Puts a little stakes in it because you can fuck it up. And but there's like a point of pride to be to be felt when you do roll your own bad boy. I'm a zigzag girl, Michaela, my lady says. Yeah, I guess fair enough. I guess some people out there like the zigzags. What's the Easy Wider? I met the inventor of Easy Wider the other day. I can pull up. Hold on. Easy Wider paper. I looked it up and it was true. Burton Rubin. Bert Rubin was the guy's name. I met him in New York City. I was at a weed event. Got my little demo table set up, and I'm showing off my wares, giving this guy the rundown, and he goes, "Hey, you ever heard of a brand called Easy Wider?" And I was like, "Yo, dude, that was the first joint I ever smoked when I was 12. Was an Easy Wider." And he was like, "I'm the man who brought that company to the public. My name is Bert Rubin." He was like this 75-year-old Jewish guy. Nice guy. We had a chat. I gave him a joint. I said, "Hey, man, I just feel like I have to give this to you for all that you've done for this world and all the stoners out there. Getting a lot of people high throughout history, Burton." So let's do this. I've been saying I want to do it. Yeah, how romantic, Mickey. Exactly. I guess those rose petal joints are for Valentine's Day. But Diablo Sandwich comes in saying, "Does it ever depress you that the only thing you can have a substantiative conversation about is pot?" I disagree. I could talk about movies and pot. A lot of times I'll talk about movies while I'm on pot. As a matter of fact, I had a whole podcast called Blunt Smoker Video a couple of years ago now that was dedicated to getting high and talking about movies. So, I mean, is there something wrong with that, dude? Diablo Sandwich? Sometimes people can be experts about things and they want to share their expert knowledge with the public. Is that a problem? Please press 1 in the chat if that's a problem. And if it's not a problem, put an L up in the chat and let's show this motherfucker what really is going on out here. And while we're going to do that, while I wait to tally the results, we're going to do this. Okay? So if you're out there, you want to throw the L up, you want to get yourself a John Carson, cutting shit up lighter, You want to pack that bong up. It's not even 8 a.m. On the East Coast, and we're doing it. So, oh, oh fuck. That's not even a hit yet. This is trouble. Oh God. Oh, oh boy. Man. Okay. So we're checking that poll out. That's right. I know Troma's War and Terra Firma. Two really good movies. Oh boy. Holy shit. I believe our buddy. It's funny you mentioned terra firma. I believe our friend Jim Grindle, I believe, is in terra firma. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually watched terra firma within the last year and a half. I was like looking for Grindle, scanning the background, trying to see if I could find Grindle. I think he's in there somewhere, but I have not been able. There's a lot of extras in that film, but apparently he was part of the Troma team when that movie was filmed. It's a great documentary about terra firma. I forget what that one's called. If you don't know, Troma does a great job. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I looked this up. The documentary about the making of terra firma is called Farts of Darkness, the making of terra firma. And as a matter of fact, it's available on Tubi if you want to watch that. But here's a little inside tip about Troma films. Every Troma film starting in like the late 80s, early 90s. I don't know exactly when it started. It might have been terra firma actually, but and I could have that wrong, but nonetheless, they would make a documentary about the making of each Lloyd Kaufman Troma produced film, and it could be said that the documentaries about the making of the film is better than the film itself. I know you could say that about this. Yeah, okay. So there's a situation like that for Werner Herzog. There was a movie called Fitzcarraldo from 1981, something like that, 1980. And there's a documentary called Burden of Dreams, which is about the making of Fitzcarraldo. And I would say that, without a doubt, the documentary about the making of Fitzcarraldo is so much more interesting than the movie Fitzcarraldo itself. I honestly don't want to even say much about it because it kind of gives away the storyline. But you should go out and find the movie Burden of Dreams. It's an incredible watch. Even if you don't know a thing about Werner Herzog, it's good. If you know a little bit about Werner Herzog, it's incredible. What a fucking psychopath. What a real, like they say some of the geniuses out there are really mental. Well, this guy is fucking just mental. I'm not even 100% sure if he's a genius. I think that the jury's still out. He's something all right. I kind of side in the camp of pro Werner Herzog, and I know that's not an easy place to live in. Um, I have a copy of Grizzly Man on DVD sitting 10 feet away from me. Um, but yeah, okay, I guess call me out for only being able to talk pot, and I'll come back at you with some motherfucking movie talk. But yeah, we're getting waked and baked. That definitely hit me quick, as you could see. I'm like, my whole demeanor has changed. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. So you should try it, folks. And if you haven't tried it and you want to try it, come on down to Stevie Lou's 420 Throwdown this weekend at Roddy's Comedy Club in New York City, right outside of Roddy's Comedy Club. I should be very clear. I don't want them to think that I'm going to be doing any. It's not illegal either. We're doing legal shit. Just going to go get waxed. Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second. I'm doing a little Shmuel Buckman tech. I gotta get this. Make sure that stays charged. Make sure my laptop stays charged. But yeah, let's get into it real quick. I'm here just to to test out this mic that I got. Fuck yeah, I think this thing is working great. I'm excited. Thanks again to my buddies, the Sorcerer and Roy Cohen, Esquire, for kicking me a few bucks to get a few upgrades to my equipment. I got this gimbal here, which is really fucking, you're going to see. This is going to be great because you could do crazy shit with this thing, right? With like a quick touch. I can, here, I don't want to dox too much, but it just rotates quick. So if you go, oh, no, that's not it. It's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So like if there was somebody on the other side that just rolls up and you're talking to me in the, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, that's fucking awesome. It's got this 3D, 360, 180, that's what that is. But the main feature is that it keeps it stable and I can like control the motion instead of last time I apparently had been filming my shoes when a lot of action was happening, and that was a critical point that people brought up about my production. So we'll fix that. We'll get it fixed. We'll get everything nice and framed up. This also has like a tripod on the bottom of it, so I just pop it down. I was having to hold the fucking thing the whole time, which was it's just not as easy to do the damn thing right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this just all charged up, ready to go, and then I'll planning on getting to Rodney's a little earlier than 4:20, probably about just before 4, so I could set up a table at the bar next door. There is a bar next door to Rodney's. Directly next to Rodney's is an Irish pub, and I'm gonna see if I can get like a nice little back table reserved, or just I actually know the owners at the place without getting into it, so I may stop by today actually and see if I could talk to somebody about what we got coming tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's crazy to think that Rodney's 2, the return to Rodney's, is tomorrow. Very exciting stuff. But yeah, to get to the whole rundown, we're going to have Stevie Lou's 420 Smokeout at 420 outside Rodney's. I'll be live for that. I am expecting a few people to be there for this. So, and if they don't show, it'll be Stevie Lou smoking a couple joints by himself out front. But I do believe some fun people that you'll know and recognize will be there. I got 2 specific folks that reached out to me and said they'll be there, which is exciting. Or no, I heard one of them say they'll be there, and the other one reached out to me. So hopefully they follow through with it. I'll get them their own special pre-rolled, or I'll roll up a fatty for those pimp daddies. So, as a matter of fact, if you do want to show up empty-handed, that's totally fine. I will roll up a joint for anybody who wants to show up. I'll have a little extra on me to make that happen. You can bring your own though, and there's also a dispensary literally right across the street, so that won't be a problem. But this is a free event. There's no fee. There's no charge. We're all good, folks. We're here just to celebrate the event and have a good time. And as you know, that's my thing, is the do. So that's going to be cool. And then we'll just roll right on through the rest of the evening from there. So I'm planning on going live the whole entire time, as long as I can keep my devices activated, which I'll have backup battery and yada yada, all that. Even a backup device if I need, if things go haywire. So I'll be more or less streaming from 4 o'clock until question mark. I can't make it a late night Saturday. I got shit to do the next day. So I won't be out doing karaoke and coke until 3 in the morning. But I'll try to follow along as much as I can. I guess there'll be some other people streaming, which fair enough. You know, what am I gonna do? I don't have the market cornered on Dabbleverse live stream. I get it, but you know, whose hands do you trust this sort of thing in more? Stevie Lou or the other people that are going to be streaming? I think you know the right answer here. As a matter of fact, the fact that I went and made these little upgrades, or I got help in making these upgrades, thanks again to the Sorcerer and Roy Cohen, I think that shows you enough that where my head's at on this. I think without getting too much more into it, you should just rest assured that the stream that you're going to want to be watching all night Saturday is this one right here. So make sure you're hitting the like button now, just for shits and giggles. Make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already. As a matter of fact, I'm sure all 20 of you watching right now are subscribed, and I thank you for that. But hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm going live, just in case, for tomorrow or the future. And then I'm also I'll get the link out. That's what I'll do. I'll pop the link up as soon as I end this, so that you have a place to go chat, to go pre-chat, to go fucking set up and get ready. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And you know, it's cool if other people want to stream too. I get it, and that'll like only help everyone out. I think enjoy the whole thing if you're at home. I don't believe in a like communist state where you're only getting one source of information, controlled information. That's not Stevie Lou's type of vibe. I believe in freedom of information. So everyone else is invited to do their thing and stream. And I think that gives the people at home the opportunity to like jump around a little bit, like you're sitting at home watching TV back in the day, which adds a little fun. If you can't make it, you might as well, you know, order some takeout, grab the wife and kids, maybe a 6-pack, a bottle of wine, and just sit them down at in the living room and say, "Hey kids, come on, we're gonna watch Return to Roddy's tonight as a family, and we're gonna watch some of Stevie Lou, some of the other people." That's the way I look at it, at least. So that should be good. And then if I wanted to, I could like totally say, "Hey, I know the owner at this bar. I know the Rodney's owner pretty well. I could technically have been like, hey, listen, man, these other guys trying to stream. I'm your guy. And remember that. I'm your fucking guy here. And as a matter of fact, here, open your hand. I want to give you this little something here. Put that. It's for you. It's for you and the wife. Come on. Come on, what are we talking about? Come on. I could have absolutely just shut it down if I want to. Or I could just walk up to these guys and be like, hey, this is my territory, and you're not streaming here tonight. You understand? But that's not how we do things, all right? This is not, we're a freewheeling sort of vibe guy, as you know. But I'll be there with bells on for damn sure. But yeah, come check us out all afternoon into the evening on Saturday, streaming live here on the Lou Network. Lou Chews will be available, as a matter of fact. Let me just, while I'm mentioning that, let me just check the old stash. Make sure I still got Lou Chews for the peeps. And again, you just come up to me and you say, hey, Stevie Lou, I want to get Lou Chewed. Yeah, we got Lou Chews. So if you're not able to make it there at 420, I get it. Not a big deal. If you want to get a little Lou Chew in your life, come up and say something. That's all it takes. Just tap me on the shoulder. You got to reach up. And just say, hey, Stevie Lou, I'm in the mood for a Lou Chew. And a couple folks at the last Roddy's event did that, and that was and that's how that went for them. I'd love to hear back from those. I think I saw a couple of them on the way out, and they were enjoying it. Let's go back to the chat here. Yeah, the L's won that that little thing we did there. Hold on 1 second. I wanna. There we go. Stevie is cultured. Thank you. A framed Ray DeVito poster from AC would fit perfectly behind you. A little adjustment. Jesus. That is low. Mint Diggity, who, my man, should be there this weekend, this Friday. Yeah, I gotta, shit, that's crooked there. Couple things. I'm working on this wall. This wall is definitely a work in progress. I'd love to show some of this off, though. Could I do that? Yeah, I could. What the fuck, man? Let's show you a little something here. I want to show you guys a little treat. This is one of my most prized possessions here. This is my Grateful Dead 50th anniversary poster that I got in Chicago in 2015, 4th of July weekend. One of the craziest weekends a bro had ever had. We got fucked up and fucking got crazy. But check this out, right? So it's the Grateful Dead. As you can see, they're all young in that. And then look, if you go over here. Okay, it's not working. There you go. They all get old. It's a hologram, bro. Isn't that fucking crazy, bro? So if you look over on one side, they're all young and shit. And then this fucking guy who made this. You just go over a little bit. And bam! That motherfuckers is all old and shit. So, yeah, there we go. A little how's your father with Stevie Lou. Let me get this kitty. Kitty, you want to go? No, Kitty wants to stay. You want to say hi to Kitty? Oh, no, Kitty. Kitty ran. All right, so, all right, let's catch up again with the chat. Yeah, exactly. Stevie is cultured. Thank you. Jim Griddle was on in Hot Water one time, probably the worst episode. It was actually the last episode, and I was there in studio and kind of have something, some sort of responsibility for why that was so bad. I did take Jim Grindle and Luke of the Bind downstairs and got them high right before their appearance on that last show. And they were both fucking Couldn't handle it. It was great. Afro Man will be there. That's Rodney's predictions. We could try to do that. How many fist fights? I mean, I would think at least one. Got one. I got one. Me, the little chitty cheese. Woo! Do you know this little baby here? Do you know this little baby? This little baby here. This little baby here. Beep. Beep beep. Beep. What happened? Did I get you? Uh-oh. She loves it. She fucking loves it. How many fist fights? Maybe one. I'm thinking the over-under is at least one. I think that the testosterone is going to be flowing. I think, honestly, there could be... All right, let's put a pin in this. I will get back to Rodney's predictions and fist fights, but let's go through the chat still. Stevie, do you think you could have taken Big A that day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I could see what Big A could do with that body when he wants to, and I don't think anyone needs to see that. No camera drone. Oh my God, could you imagine if I get have a drone cam? Okay, Rodney's 3. Sorcerer, Roy Cohn, if you hear me, if you're watching this either now or in the future, it's someday, drone cam. All right, let's get together on that. We'll figure out a good one, an affordable one, but a good one, you know, and we'll get a fucking drone. Damn, could you imagine just fucking everybody's getting hit in the head with that fucking thing because I'm high. This is interesting. Sixers versus Celts. Game 7, Saturday night. Yeah, that's a big game. Flyers versus Hurricanes, Game 1. A lot of sports going on. So, again, like, you could get a couple things going on at the same time. Will Big A be there? He was there last time. I don't know if he'll be there this time. Is Gino going to be there? Apparently, Gino is going to be in the house. That's right. I had heard through the grapevine, which is just Keanu talking on streams, that Gino will be there. Gino will be there. Gina will be there. Levy. Unnerving Brain says mix some dust in. All right, let's not. Don't worry. No one is going to be dusted. There will be no dusted. No PCP. It's not that kind of party. Although I've been to those kinds of parties, believe you me. Believe you me. I've been to Providence. I've been to Worcester. Let's just leave it at that. Am I going to have a press vest on? Imagine if fuck. I could get one of those old-timey hats with the little press thing in the line. That would be the move, Drunken. Yes, thank you, Michaela. It should be a good time. I agree. Mornings with Lou. I like it. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what it is, False. I've been doing it on Saturdays and Sundays, just unannounced lately, just for fun. I personally am not a guy who sleeps in. I just can't anymore. It's not necessarily a choice, because I used to love sleeping in, but nowadays either it's my back, my bladder, or my shitter. It's one of those three that's waking me up in the morning, and then once I'm up, it's kind of tough for me to get back to bed. So I'll usually fuck around a little bit, and then it's been like, hey, why not? Let's jump on with y'all and see what's good. This is great. Can you do something about your lighting? My children are screaming in terror. As a matter of fact, I can't really. This is the sun. Look at that, you know? sunlight on my face here. It's creating a shadow effect, which I get it is. It's not helping me out. I could set up a light that could kind of offset that, but I think even with the light, the sun's effect on my face is just way too strong and unsettling. I get it. I heard Stevie's gonna start a true crime podcast, Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. I mean, if there is enough, um, if there's enough out there, if there's a need for, if people are asking for it, I guess I could do true crime. But he's also asking what happened to that Baltimore comedian. What's his name? His name is Tom Myers, and I'm pretty sure he's alive and well. Like, what? I really hope that there's never a true crime episode about Tom Myers, whether he's the victim or the crime. Am I the victim or the crime? Am I the victim or the crime? Any glasses get smacked to the ground? I hope not. That was not a good look. Literally and figuratively doing a little pun there. Yeah, Luca Labine says he always blames Grindle. That was a mess. I got you guys all fucked up. Been to Providence and Worcester. Have you been to North Adams? No, Jesus Christ. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that sort of stuff. But look, speaking of that part of town, nice podcast, Stupid. It says pot talk. Yeah, I guess we'll always do a little pot talk in a Stevie Lou show. It's just going to come up naturally. It's just the way of life for me. And this is, to be honest, this is my medicine. And it keeps me from going cuckoo bananas, A. And it also keeps me regular and pain-free when it comes to my condition, which is not fun, but hey. Somebody call the police. Okay. Hit that like button. Just like I hit that bong. Who's live streaming tonight other than you? It's tomorrow night. And we're not going to give our competition any promotion here. That's not what we're going to do. But there'll be some people streaming, and they're friends. So I look at them more like friends than competition. But okay. Yeah, the siren in the background. New York is so embarrassing everywhere. It is kind of terrifying when you think about it. I live near a busier street. I'm not like on the busy street, but we're kind of close-ish to the busier street. And I definitely hear some sirens every once in a while. You certainly get used to it, and it's more noticeable, I'm sure, on air and for the folks at home. But what are you gonna do? That's actually an ambulance too. If you're good, you can tell the difference between the sirens just by. It's like a bird watcher. It's like the birds by their call. Okay, so we have to talk. What do we think our predictions are? And I got a brilliant one here that I was thinking about this morning, as a matter of fact, because I'm hearing, rumor has it, is that Scarlett Hampton is looking to make an appearance on Saturday. I guess she's just this little globetrotter flying all over for clout. Was up at Hackamania. She was over at Hackamania, whatever that was, 2 weeks ago. And now she's looking to make it to New York, which I think is going to be really interesting because my prediction is she's going to end up meeting Matt Mead's new girlfriend, who we all saw last time, and she seems like a bit of a firecracker and not the kind of gal to take any guff from Scarlett. So when we're talking fist fights and predictions, I think if Scarlett Hampton shows up and Mead and his new girl are there as well, that we could see some real big fireworks because I know how those people roll. And we saw what happened last time when the guy tried to get in Aunt Mead's cab. So if you can imagine him and his people taking slight to something as simple as that, imagine if Scarlett does show up and the Connecticut crew is there, all tanked up as they do. I think that could lead to some real big things. So that's prediction one. So we'd love to keep it above board and all that, but a lot of emotion involved in that sort of scenario is my understanding. So that could flesh out real interestingly. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't want to see nobody getting hurt, even though I saw some man get brutalized in the street last time. That'll be interesting too if that guy shows up again. And I think I'd probably recognize the guy. Not saying that I would be able to give some sort of witness testimony. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like probably if I saw the fucking guy who got his ass whooped, I'd recognize him. But yeah, besides that, I guess if the final boss showed up, I know a lot of people want to fuck the final boss up. They want to fucking really put their hands on him. I mean, people around the country have reached out to me and said, hey, please, like, fucking jack that dude up. But I'm here to say that I got your back, final boss. If anybody whatsoever tries to lay a hand, touch a hair on the final boss, you got a problem with me. You're going to have a problem with me. So let's check back in here with the chat. Gross, she is a dope hooah. Drunken says, I predict that Buckman falls up the stairs like Joe Biden. Yeah, I mean, that would be like the opposite of what happened last time with the Rodney's impersonator falling down the stairs. We could get somebody going down the stairs. So yeah, I guess Jesse Angel is reacting to my prediction. Yeah, Scar's going to eat those pepperonis. I mean, linger longer. If you were watching last time, JV Ducey says Scar's going to poop her pants or it'll smell like it. Yeah, that's a problem that I think Scarlett's going to have to deal with and address eventually. You know, if I were her, I would just own it. Be like, yeah, listen, I was going through some tough times and I wasn't cleaning my ass and I was going on, you know, and I was a call girl. So, whatever. I've made changes and we're over that. We've gotten past that part of our life. And we may still hook, but we've learned to clean our ass before we go hooking. Yeah. Women fist fighting over Matt Mead is currently sitting at plus 120 in the book out in Vegas. If Kalshi knew what they were doing, you would think that Kalshi would have got behind this, and you could place some Rodney's bets on Kalshi. It may not be too late for them to try to make some money on this last minute. Minty is going to be in the house, Jesse Angel asked. Dr. Mega G checking in. I insured Final Boss has protection. Buckman, I can't afford that same assurance. Yeah, like, I will say that if anybody's like a marked man going into this weekend, it's definitely Shmuel Buckman. I mean, the guy literally talks shit and starts beef with everyone that he can. Literally anyone and everyone that he could ever have a problem with, he's doing it. So when you live that life, when you live that Buck Mafia life, and you're a shot caller like he is, it's got to be difficult to go out in public. Like we all saw what happened that night at Sparks Restaurant. We all saw what happened that night, and I worry sometimes that he could be walking into something he's not prepared for. And as a matter of fact, Sparks is only a few blocks. It's literally only a few blocks away from Rodney's. So I could always go for a steak. So, let's just consider that that's going to be the code word on Saturday. If you start hearing anybody talking about steaks suddenly, someone might have an itchy neck shortly thereafter. That's what we used to always, that was always the thing, I'd be like, oh man, my neck is itching. Okay. I think that the signals have been sent and we all get it. But I mean, bulletproof vests aren't that expensive, and they're also kind of in style these days. So if you do see Shmuel Buckman with a bulletproof vest on Saturday, I wouldn't be surprised. And if I were Shmuel, I would just make sure I have protection. That's all. Don't we all just live that life? That one rule in life is just always make sure you keep yourself protected at all times. But hey, where am I getting myself into? Let's see, Mid Diggity gets it. Yeah, see, just own it. Just own it. It's like, yeah, listen, I had a shit butt, and the guy went down there, and it got messy. I had a shit butt. I had a shitty poop butt, and I was whoring. And those two things don't mix. Get a bad review on Horrorpedia, or whatever the fuck it is. Isaac Walmart says Shmuel is much more important than Paul Castellano. Who would be the Sammy the Bull in this situation? My first thought was Panhandler, but maybe there's a different. Yeah, a lot of characters. Let's just. What are the odds someone pushes Ray down the stairs? Listen, if you let's make this clear. If you end up pushing Ray down the stairs, I'm not saying this to anyone specifically. I just want to make that clear. I'm not advocating for this either. But I will say, since you brought it up, if someone pushes Ray down the stairs, you're doing his bidding, because that motherfucker will have a GoFundMe up less than 12 hours later. He'll have the fucking, you know how it was last time. He had the fucking neck brace and the whole, in the hospital. I need this much money for yada yada. So, if anyone ends up giving Ray the old heave ho down the stairs, you would be doing him a huge favor. He could actually use something like that right now. As a matter of fact, I feel like Ray DeVito right now is in a real lull. He's in a real like just low spot in his career and his like his Dabbleverse stock, if you want to call it, whatever, on his ranking, as others have so succinctly called it in the past, has been dropping. And Ray is the one who's coming into this weekend with, I think, a lot on the line to lose, as a matter of fact. And I think that the stage is kind of set for Ray to have the absolute worst outcome. Like, if I'm reading the tea leaves, if I'm looking at the stars, and I'm reading the information that's out there in front of me, I can see that there is a cold front and a high pressure system meeting right now for Ray. And this could end up being a tornado of shit for him. You know, he's been saying that he's been writing, like he's been saying it on group chats. He's been saying it on air. He's texting people how he's writing all these jokes for this weekend. So I guess people were calling out the fact that at the Vegas or at the AC event, he was doing all old jokes that we've heard literally 20, 30 times before. Old, unfunny jokes, as a matter of fact. So I think Bob spoke to him and said, listen, Ray, you can't do that. We're not going to accept that. If you want to get paid to be a performer, you have to perform. So I guess Ray has taken the time to write jokes, which I also think is questionable, because we know when Ray has been in these sort of situations before where he has to like write new jokes, he didn't write the jokes himself. He was getting people, his friends, sending him punchlines or jokes, and then he was also taking jokes directly off of old roast battles. Like this all came out in the wash afterwards. But as far as I know, Ray doesn't really write jokes. He doesn't have the ability to actually write a very succinct, funny joke. So he thinks he does, which is the hilarious thing about it. So I think this is going to be one of those scenarios similar to Hackamania 1, where it's going to be like the inverse of Hackamania 1 for Ray, where he got the standing ovation. I have a feeling that he is going to shit his pants on stage, similar to how Chad shit his pants. So, okay, this is how it's going to work. Ray is going to have an inverse of Hackamania 1, and Chad is going to have an inverse of the Kevin Brennan roast. So we're going to have a complete yin-yang polar switch. This is going to be one of these cataclysmic scenarios in timelines in the history of societies, like our little bubble, the Dabbleverse. This tomorrow, the way I'm seeing it, at the very least, has the potential to be like when it goes from the Old Testament to the New Testament. It's like literally this is what we have possibly lined up. And I think that's certainly predicating on the fact that we're going to see A+ 5-star performance from Chad, and we're going to see an absolute diarrhea fest from Ray. So, again, this is not something that I could control. It could go any way, but it's anybody's ball game out there, really. But when you're trying to sit down and, again, looking at what has been going on recently, just doing a vibe check, you know, just doing a dipstick test, you know? Yeah, yeah. See, I mean, and you got people who are on both sides. We've got this guy Terry Nee here. Hello, Terry. Hello, Terry. He says Ray is a god. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yeah, that's Mid Diggity knows that tactical year is in right now. And Mega G knows that this is make or break for Ray. Yeah, this should be like Ray on Saturday. Either this is it, Ray. This is it. This is like you're on death row, bud. You're on comedy career death row. And will the governor give you a stay of execution? Will be decided this weekend. So if you don't get your shit together, like, which I just don't see it, man. I'm talking to you, Ray DeVito. This is it, bud. You better really have the set of your life this weekend. Otherwise, I say you hang up those LeBron James. I say you pack it up, bud. Like, fold up the boss pink sweatshirt. Get that laundry basket back in the closet where it belongs, not in your trunk, man. If you don't have the game of your life this weekend, Ray, I don't think you could confidently call yourself a professional stand-up comedian anymore. Because we'll just have to just take the results of what we see and just make a definitive judgment call that you're just, not a professional comedian anymore. Like I was borderline ever a professional comedian. I get it. I struggled when I did stand up full time, and I don't do it anymore. I can do it, but I don't. So if you want to say, hey, Stevie, you're a failed stand up too, sure. I will accept that. See, that's the difference between people like myself and Ray, is that I could be real, or I can be as real as I can be with myself and admit to stuff like that instead of fighting it and scrambling around, trying to put on a charade. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too hard on a guy, but I think that's one of the big things about this weekend that we should all be tuning into. I guess I'm kind of in a weird spot with whether I should stream Ray's set. I know that's like a big no-no in a lot of circles. I personally couldn't give a fuck. So we'll see how that all goes. I know they may not want that to happen, but at the venue, but there are ways around that sort of thing. So, but yeah, look, Dr. Mega G, this is make or break for Ray. He's been promising great jokes he's working on. Exactly what I'm saying, man. Brennan's intro will rattle the shit out of Ray. I mean, that's a good point too. Like he's gonna be in a tough environment. It's not gonna be a necessarily home crowd for Ray. He will probably get a good pop on his intro because of just the notoriety that he has, the infamy that he has. But I don't think he's going to have as much of a friendly laugh at everything like Carl from Who Are These Podcasts sort of attitude from the crowd. I think that the crowd will be much more finicky because that's a New York City crowd. That's how New York City crowds are. Like Vegas crowds around the country, completely different audience. Shit, crowds in New Jersey are different than crowds in New York City. crowds outside of New York City, they're like happy to see you here performing, no matter who you are, and you kind of get a little bit of house money to play with. New York City, very, very fickle. A lot of options out there, a lot of entertainment options all over town. So you better bring your A game. Time is money. If you're wasting everyone's time, Ray, like I think you have been, then you fucked up and you're going to find out. Okay, let's move on from Ray. I'm sure Tommy has a stunt planned. You know, I think the best Tommy stunt he can pull is just ride that fucking one wheel around. Like if you see Tommy just riding around the club on the one wheel, you know, going to the bathroom, going to get a beer and stuff like that, that would be fun. Mint, his FKA mommy roast jokes are going to be great. Yeah, I guess he actually, he kind of showed his cards and said he's doing FKA mommy roast jokes. Terry Nee stepping it up, saying that now Ray is brilliant. Not just a god, he's brilliant. Yeah, Dr. Mega G says, beloved chatter and Teamster Tim write all the good jokes for Ray. Yeah, I mean, Ray doesn't like to admit it, but he gets all this help. And then what does he do with it? And they'll both be there. Wow, I didn't realize Beloved's going to be coming up. It's been a while since I've seen him. It's a full moon tonight. Yeah, Mint, it's crazy you say that. I was taking some moon shots last night from my balcony. Had an incredible view of a cloudy moon, and was having some fun with that. Actually, I'll post those on Twitter once I get off here, so you can take a look. I had some fun last night. Had some nice view. Just getting up there is enough for me when it comes to Ray. Yeah, for some people, I can get it, but seems like it'll be 95% Dabbleverse crowd. But yeah, it's the New York Dabbleverse crowd. It's all like some people are coming from out of town, but this is going to be considered more of a New York show and a New York crowd. Just like at John's show at Rodney's, the other comedians on the show all fucking sucked. And the audience wasn't just laughing along with their shitty jokes. They weren't getting response from the audience. It was a tough crowd. New York is a tough crowd. So things are not set up the same in New York as they are out in like Vegas and elsewhere. So why so hard on the Ray? I have every fucking reason to be hard on Ray DeVito. I've gone out of my way to try to be helpful to that guy in more than one way. And he's fucked me or tried to fuck me so many fucking times. And I get it. I've forgiven him multiple times. But when it comes to his bullshit, I have no patience and no time for it. Okay? I'm not one of these other people out here that wants to coddle Ray and baby him. At this point, he needs to wake the fuck up. And I've lost my patience. I'll try to wake him the fuck up, shake him out of his fucking weird coma that he's in. But I'm not going to be here I'm not going to sit here and be one of these guys that fucking holds the guy's hand and protects him like a little baby. He needs to be told the fucking hard truth sometimes. And fuck him. Sure, I'm hoping that I'm getting some people to sway towards Ray. He could use it. YOLO Bolo. Yeah, I'm not asking for anyone to get hurt here. If if that's what anyone thinks I'm saying by making jokes about fucking Sparks, then please don't misinterpret this. I heard Brennan is refusing entry to Buckman. Not exactly. What he said yesterday was that, there's an ID check at the door. You got to be able to prove that you're 21 or older. So Kevin said that he'll be present when they give Shmuel his identification check and maybe a pat down too. They might actually have to let Kevin pat him down on the way in. Just that's it's policy. It's club policy. We're not. Do you still have a problem with Ray? I don't have a problem with Ray, but like me and Ray are absolutely not like buddies, really either. Uh, he talks a lot of shit. I'm privy to a lot of the shit talk, and I talk it back. I'm not gonna let him fucking have his way and not have a response, because we all know the way that Ray interprets things is very rarely the actual way things are going. It's just be very clear. Ray has a fucking fucked up lens that he looks through. Ray has heard it all. He doesn't crumble. Disagree. We've seen him. Did Ray forgive you for him? Did Ray forgive me for him bringing on Kenyatta? No, he never forgave me for doing that. And he never apologized either for that sort of thing. I honestly thought that was a pretty shitty thing for what you'd call a friend to do. He was getting used by Quadfather and Mark Lewis of the Cleveland Indians at the time. He was getting completely puppeteered by two fucking clowns. And that's on him. That's not on me. That's on him. He was the one who went along with it. And, it was great. It was a great storyline. It definitely added a lot more action to this universe at the end of the day. Fuck that guy over way more than he could have been by doing it. He fucked himself, let's be honest. Fucking saying some of the dumbest shit you could ever say if you have an open assault case on yourself. So, guy kind of hung himself. But Ray going along with that is something that I could forgive, but never forget. And the fact that he never really took ownership on that and apologized. To this day, I think he still kind of thinks that he was just trying to give that guy a chance to say his side of the story, which is complete bullshit. He was doing that just to try to fucking fuck with me. But whatever. We survived that. Ray said he didn't care if anyone films him because he's going to do all Dabbleverse jokes. Well, then, there we go. This is all like Rocky now. Ray should come out to Eye of the Tiger. That would be actually a decent idea. Yeah. All right. I'll stream his set. Yeah, the AC crowd was tough, but he also, we all heard that set. They were tough because his set was shit. Shit. He was so out of sorts. He was all over the place. He was not performing comedy. He was just scatterbrained nonsense. His jokes were all fucking staggered. They were literally he was staggering his jokes in a strange way. His crowd work was crazy. He kept talking about the lady's vagina in the front row. It was just, he thought he was doing comedy, but it was just a fucking weird dude saying strange things on stage. That's not comedy. That's not like, and then like occasionally trying to force a joke, a poorly written and poorly performed joke. So give the AC audience a little bit of credit for being tough. Let me ask you, before Ray, how did the other comedians do? Was the audience tough on them? Mint? And if they were, then I stand corrected. But if the other comedians were able to kind of get along and the audience wasn't like all fucking clam shut like a clam, while they were going and they weren't giving them laughter, then maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, Isaac Walmart. Ray loves to give shots, but not so hot taking them. Tomorrow is Terry Nee's birthday, by the way. Damn, dude. That's quite the birthday present. Okay, let's catch up here. I can't wait for CV to point the camera at everyone's face. Realistic action and issue stock outrage. Stevie, you going on stage at all? I don't have any plans to go on stage on Saturday. I don't. Not asking to be on stage. Don't have a desire to go up there. I'll be ready to do it if I got to. I will 100% be ready to do it. But I don't think you'll see me on stage Saturday. But I'll be holding it down everywhere else. Yeah. The AC Dabbleverse crowd wasn't going for Ray one bit. T.O. Hank was frame mogging him. So what you're saying is push Ray down. All right, we're not going to do that. Olive, a moniker, says, I heard Shmuel likes to hide things in his groin area specifically. I'll pass that note along to Kevin, and I'll make sure that he takes care of that. And we'll check extra hard down there. The dignity, like you were saying yesterday, you were Kevin's producer. Someone has to hold Ray accountable. Yeah, I mean, if Ray was a part of this show, MLC, I'd be the one that would have to try to keep him in line behind the scenes. So that's what I'm kind of doing. And I've been doing that for a long time. Buckman needs to be carded. He could have Benjamin Button syndrome. Great reference from Chow. David Fincher film. Very odd little David Fincher film. Only thing you can't hide is a fist, although some people have hidden fists up their butt. Ray thought he could develop a true friendship with Kenyatta and his wife, so he threw Lou under the bus. Yeah, he figured that night he had, or that day, he was going to make new podcast subscribers. He thought that Kenyatta and his wife were going to be people that he could just send those messages to, like everyone else. Going live at 10 if you're into it, punks. Hey, Kenyatta, I'm going live at 11:30 tonight if you're into it. Keep on, see what happened. I guess DeAndre Washington is, I think, threatening me, which I get it. I don't have, not everyone's a lunatic. There are a lot of lunatics out there, and if you are a lunatic and you're watching right now, I want you to throw the L up hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Ray crumbles if you mention a Clipper's name that rhymes with Banklin Heckler. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple of Franklin Sheckler chants that pop up during Ray's set. Someone should lie and tell him Ari Jane is there. He'll be so nervous. That's a great idea. Like 5 minutes before his set, be like, Ray, did you see Ari Jane is here? Just fuck him up. That is brilliant. That's very smart. Hello, Ari, my dear. She's not far. Ari, if you're watching, come to New York, baby. Come to New York. Ari, sweetheart, you conquered the whole world. You conquered everything. Ashley, sweetie, I love the minute. That's Ashley. You conquered the whole world. Ashley, you conquered the world. Oh, Ashley. Oh, Ashley, baby. You conquered the whole world. Ashley, shut the fuck up, Ashley. Shut the fuck up, you fucking. You fucking fucking. Okay. I get lost in the Mr. Kill impression sometimes. It's a lot of fun to do. That is probably if you're a Lou disciple, you know that my Mr. Kill is probably my favorite to do. I really love doing that one. It's Christopher Walken and Mr. Kill. I haven't done my Christopher Walken in a while. I feel like people have forgotten about how good my Christopher Walken impression is. So maybe if you try to remember to remind me to do it and request it at some point in the near future, I can maybe help you out. See, I don't really, that's fun to do for sure, but when I'm fucking in that Mr. Kill mode, I'm just fucking, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, I want this, and then I want medical, I'm in the bed, shut the fuck up, If you notice, if you ever watched Mr. Kill when he was smoking, he would he would ash his cigarette nonstop, like incessantly ashing his cigarette. It drove me nuts. He would like ash it, keep ashing his cigarette like a fucking maniac. If I could go on stage and do my Mr. Kill everything, I would be fucking pleased as pie. Do you think Ray was working for the cops in the Kenyatta case? Made a deal for himself when it came to his own crimes? Jesus fucking Christ. That is an excellent theory, YOLO. Technically, Ray is working for you this weekend, Lou. Oh, what? Yeah, my source. Source, check it out, man. This is all. I'm going to be able to keep things steady as a stallion. And then I got the whole, this mic is going to be fucking crucial because I got it magnified in right now, but, oh shit. I'm going to be able to say like, hey, hey, what are your thoughts? Okay, that's great. Yeah, go ahead. And what say you, Johnny Carson? Cool.
or I can like leave it here in between. I think it'll probably pick up. So this thing pretty damn cool. Thank you, Source and Roy Cohen, Esquire, for kicking the Lou Dog a few bucks to get some upgrades. It's a brilliant thing. Thank you. Look at that, JT the Watcher in the house, throwing the L up. Here we go. The source says, I'm frankly shocked that there is literally no emphasis on the most important component of the weekend. Kevin Brennan is an actual stand-up, the only one in the Dabbleverse, and he's going to be back on stage. Source, I know you feel very strongly about that. So that is a good point. That is kind of one of the unspoken things that people seem to be more focused in on the potential for disasters, conflict, you name it, and people aren't really as keyed in on the actual show. Um, Definitely looking forward to seeing Kevin on stage. I'm trying to think now. I don't really think I've seen him many times. I feel like I've had to have seen him at least once. At least once. But it's been very rare for me, myself, to actually see the guy live. So I'm also looking forward to catching this. Um, Myself, yeah, dude, that's a great point. Thank you, Source. Ray, Liam is here looking for you. He looks pissed. That's another. So we're gonna be fucking to try to really get up in Ray's dome. Someone message Ray today and say, hey, I heard Liam is coming to town to be there tomorrow. Source follows up saying, I'm not saying it's going to be something incredible, but this may be how he gets back into comedy. And I couldn't think of a better way to stick it to everyone. Yeah. Uh, I've told this story once before, so I'll try to keep it brief, but this was a real life event that happened to me recently. I have a bunch of friends, my trauma friends, who are like a good 8 to 10 years younger than me. Let's just say 8 years younger than me. So they're almost a different generation of guys, but they're big into Kill Tony. They recently got into the Legion of Skanks. We're friends with Zach Amico, so that's how they kind of got word of Legion of Skanks and all that. So they're into Louis J. Gomez and the Skanks. They go to see the Skanks live at the stand every once in a while, and they're all into those guys. And they got wind that Louis and his crew don't like Kevin and vice versa, and they know that I'm someone involved with Kevin Brennan. So they're like not exactly totally aware of the real scenario, but they have some understanding of it. So they're saying to me like, oh, like is we were talking about like the difference. They asked me what do I think of Louis J. Gomez's stand-up, and I've tried to watch his stand-up before, and it fucking sucks. Louis J. Gomez is not a good stand-up comic. He is just not. Just doesn't have it. Never was, never will be. Take that from my perspective. So they're like, what? I'm telling them that. I'm like, Louis sucks. Even Big J, he just does crowd work. He's not like a traditional stand-up. And then Dave Smith, let's not even get started. So like they were all kind of taken aback by that. And I was like, Kevin Brennan is a stand-up comedian in the traditional sense. And they just couldn't wrap their head around it. So I fucking went on YouTube and I put Kevin Brennan stand-up. And we watched a couple of his Letterman sets, a couple of his other Conan sets, some other like produced comedy, and they were fucking cracking up watching him do his thing. And I was like able to say, hey, do you see the difference between Kevin Brennan and Louis J. Gomez, Big J? There is a vast difference in talent and approach to stand up. And he is in the true sense, an old school comedian, stand-up comedian. Set up, punch, move on. Set up, punch, tag. So, thank you for setting me on that little rant, Source. And good luck with your 9 o'clock. Good man, the sorcerer. You should take one of those buzzer rings with you for when you shake people's hands. Yeah, I could get a buzzer and one of those flowers that sprays water. Mid diggity, I'm going for the hang. The green room vibes with the chat. Stand up is background noise. Yeah. Have you done Mr. Kill Walking playing? Mr. Kill Walking. Oh my God. I like that was a total faux pas. That was a slip, but that works. Mr. Kill Walking. Shut the fuck up, Kevin Brennan. Ashley. Oh, Ashley. You conquered the whole world. Ashley. You conquered the whole universe. Ashley. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Take a pack of gimmick cigs that won't light or they explode. Exploding cigarettes. Can I even weld? That's the one thing I honestly have looked into taking welding classes. So I will give Mr. Kill that. He does have me there. Be Nice says that KB's gonna blame his bad tooth for bombing. It's not bad. Keep the mic in your bra. That's what I would do. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll see if I can wear my bra. KB's stand-up was always the same act for 20 years. He was good at crowd work and ripping people. I mean, when I was rewatching his sets, like, they were not the same jokes. He kind of has eras of jokes. And if you even listen to his most latest album, the one that he recorded in Florida during COVID, there are some new jokes on that set too. So I'm not trying to stand here all day for Kevin. Sounds like it, I'm sure. Just arrived at work. I'd rather be in jail than work. Speaking of which, I gotta get this wrapped up myself pretty soon. Still early in the morning, so it's Friday too. Doing my thing, getting a little personal time in. So if you're at work right now and you've been listening, thank you very much. Did a little Lou in the morning here. Coming up on an hour and 40. I'll see if I can push it till 9:30, 9:20 or so. I'll see what I can do. I'm starting to run out of steam. I gotta feed the kitties. I gotta get some food in me and get my shit together for the day as well. No, I'm not gonna go for another 20. I could try. I'll try. I could definitely use another bong. I'll do another bong rip and let's get right. You know, if I can get right, I think I can make it through. But please hit the like button, spread the word. It's Friday. It's the freaking weekend. Let's have some fun. Clear that out there. I'm working hard. Working like a motherfucker these days. I'll tell you, it's not easy. It's not fucking easy, man. What do we want here? Yeah, that's what we want. Hey-ya! Do do ya da 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 da. What what did we watch last night? Were you guys watching Dabbleverse shows? At one point, you had Shmuel and Panhandler going at it, and you also had Dr. Chow doing a Shmuel Buckman show, which is one of those like, whoa, that's one of those crazy moments where you're like, what, looking at one of those fucking, one of those like MC Escher paintings where it's like the fucking stairwell is working its way into the fucking wall, which is turning around and going back. It's like, whoa, what is life right now? This is life imitating art, imitating life, and everything in between. So, yeah, I guess this is kind of true. I hate to say it. Buckman is taking over the Dabbleverse right now. Yeah, there's no other way around it. It's really been the year of the Shmuel. He wants it the most. Let's be real. He's wanted it the most. He's put the most work in. Going on, like, God bless him. He goes on Hughesy's stream. He also said last night that he finds Hughes to be hysterical and quick-witted. So, that guy's like, Shmuel must be going to have some major brain problems if he's saying things like that out loud. That he thinks he finds Hughes hilarious and one of the most quick-witted people in the Dabbleverse. It's like, my God, man, like, you have a brain disease. You have a brain bug has taken over your brain, and it's like parasitic. So, but besides that, the guy's been working hard, going on every fucking show that he can, inviting everyone that he can to come on his show. Kind of like he's using the Jake Hudson approach. He's a much more successful Jake Hudson. Let's leave him at that. Okay. All right. So, man, that is great. That's fucking great. Fuck. Dude. Shit. All right. I need a second here. I'm gonna bring my plants outside. It's warming up enough today. It's been cold overnight in New York. Sucks, but it seems like it's warm enough now this morning to get my plants outside. So give me one sec here. Oh, check these out. Actually, these are my little babies. Some little tomatoes, some basil. But I'm gonna just take a sec. Bring some plants outside. Back in 30 seconds. Hey. got that. Actually, you know what? I got 2 more over here. Look at these little babies. These are actually adorable. I'm gonna see if I can show you. Look at this. Look at that little tiny little baby dingy dingy dingy. See that? Look, there's another. Little babies. Little tiny babies. That's a pepper, and this is basil. Just popped. Late bloomers, they call them. Hold on 1 sec. All right. I feel much better now that planties are out in the sun. Just feel better about myself now that those are out there. Oh, look, yeah. So, Olive says, looking dry. So now, Olive, I want to give you a little trick that the Lou Man is all about these days. The key to growing, especially seedlings, is to use what's called butt chugging. It's called butt chugging or bottom feeding. Uh, and I know people, when you hear bottom feed, you think Ray DeVito, but no, that's not what we're talking about. Bottom feeding is what you do because here's the thing: you want the seedling to the roots to grow and have the roots have access to moisture, not the top soil. Because if you keep the top soil too moist, you can promote mold or rot. So the trick is to keep the top of the soil dry, and what you do is you cut little holes, not little holes, pretty decent sized holes at the bottom of the cup, and put those cups inside of cups, and you put water. Jesus! You put water inside the outside cup, and then you drop the cut open cup inside, so that the roots stretch and grow and build as they reach for the. Okay, now I'm probably starting to lose people, but yeah, you want to induce them to reach for water below and keep the soil on top as dry as you can. I am like a scientist, yeah. But yeah, I got a little garden going. I got about 20, 21 plants popping right now. And I may not have enough room out on the balcony. Actually, I've got also these two. These are called flaming caddies. These things are adorable. As a matter of fact, maybe I can bring some of these to Rodney's and give a few of Stevie Lou's flaming caddies away. Or if you want one of my flaming caddies, reach out to me. I basically was able to propagate one of my plants at home here into a bunch of little tiny seedlings, and they're really cute, and they bloom, I think, at least once a year with flowers. They are super cute. Got a shit ton of them right now. Got some cactuses too. I'm a cactus guy. So, yeah, you probably wouldn't know that about Mr. Lou, is that I'm a amateur green thumb. Always learning. That's what I love about gardening, is that you learn and your knowledge grows as your plants grow. And a lot of these plants have great use, medicinal or edible. So, yeah, right. Let's see. We're going to try to break the 2 hour mark here, and then I'm probably fucking dropping out. Let's go through the chat. Buckman is everywhere at all times. It's true. Dead fool. Pay dead fool. It's time the givers become the receivers. Yeah, that is true. I would love to. Oh, look at this. There he is. Peace and love and what is the one? And cake. Peace and love and cake. Absolutely. Shout out to Deadfool. Deadfool shot me some love, some money, love, money. Shot me some funds the other day when I had Bobo on. Bobo will be in attendance on Saturday. I called Bobo on air and we made sure he was coming. And Deadfool sent me some dough, so I will be taking Bobo out that night. We'll be making sure he's fed. He'll be there. He'll be joining me on the stream, I'm sure, but make sure his night is taken care of thanks to Deadfool. And if anybody else wants to kick in, I mean, might as well do that now. You can shoot, you see it right there, Venmo, PayPal, Venmo at StevieLou12, PayPal at the Stevie Lou. Honestly, $5, $10, anything would help right now. I'd love to get Bobo nice and drunk. He's much better drunk. Just trust me on that one. So Deadfool got the train rolling in the right direction. Thanks again to the Sorcerer. Thanks again to Roy Cohn Esquire. 3 guys right there who've been longtime supporters of the Lou, and everyone else out there who has donated in the past. Thank you, and anyone who plans on donating in the future. Thank you. If you're watching this later on, not live, if you're catching this replay, hello, thank you. Hello from the future. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy that you're like, we're here, you're there, but I'm talking to you. It's like the Terminator, like the fucking Terminator. But yeah, if you feel like just throwing me a few bucks, you could just say, yo, L's up, here's a few, bro. You do you. We're working on our way towards monetization. You should be able to start super chatting very soon. I'm really hopeful that this weekend will be what gets me over the hump. I think that really must be the case, especially if I'm doing the pre-stream and yada yada. I am prepared this weekend to get myself over the hump. I'm going to put the work in, like I said, on Saturday. Got a bunch of new equipment here. Got the mic, got the gimbal. We're going to really rock and roll. So thank you again to Captain Deadfool, The Source, Roy Cohn, and all of my benefactors. Uh-oh, look at this. Just got a Tempest 2 with the Reload 3. Now, a lot of you out there are like, what is that? Well, if I knew my cannabis, that is a dab rig. Looking at it now online here. What the fuck? This looks like a nectar collector. Wow, yeah. People are ripping dabs out there. I honestly, for no specific reason, well, actually, yes, there was a specific reason. My vape, my Puffco broke. My Peak broke recently. I have not got it fixed or replaced. So that's kind of kept me off the dabs lately. I've also just been really embracing smoking cannabis again. And that's been good for me. But I do need to get that fixed and get that back going again and get my dabs and my weed cock back in the picture. But maybe I don't. Maybe it's good for me to just stick with the bud for now. Keeps me nice and regular. Although I do love a good dab. Don't get me wrong. But that's what that is there. Tempest 2 with the Reload 3. I'm going to have to look up what the Reload 3 is. You know what? Whatever. Let's do it. Yes, I'm over 18, motherfucker. Okay, I don't know what the reload 3 is, but I'm curious. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna please educate me. Uh, I don't know if Matt Mead is gonna be there, but I'm sure he will. Buckman is the culture at this time. It's true. Throw the L's up, hit the like button. Thank you, Jess. One of my mods. I'm not surprised. I'm impressed. After Hackamania, Buckman said, "Job's not finished." Like Kobe, man. He is kind of like Kobe in his prime, Buckman. Nikki said he finds Husey funny, but it's kind of ironic. Yeah, I get that take. Okay, I'm way behind right now. Okay. Yeah, it's chilly. It's chilly as fuck here. Thought you were in New York, low. Yeah, I get a lot of sun in the morning, which is like, thank God. I get all that morning sun, and it makes a difference. There's no shade over here. I get direct sunlight in the morning. A lot of sun, as a matter of fact, and I soak it up. So that's kind of my thing. Holy shit. Stevie is correct. Moisture in the bottom third of the soil promotes good root development.
I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My mama called. I'm gonna fuck. I guess we're gonna have to put that on do not disturb when we're streaming. Okay, let's get back.
Okay. Whoa. Holy shit, this is like. So, Mr. Lou, what's it like in the life, a day in the life of Stevie Lou? This is crazy. Okay. All right, I hope this is working again. Yeah, it looks like that's working. All right. Fuck, I guess I'm gonna have to put do not disturb on. Everything's cool. Everything is cool, but when mom calls, we gotta hold the phone. Everybody else gotta wait. Uh, but yes, Captain Deadpool. Moisture in the bottom third of the soil promotes good root development, and that works for cannabis, and it works for the majority of all other plants. And that's my trick. Like, if I want to give you guys one little piece of green thumb advice from Stevie Lou today, is that everyone starts off without any knowledge of how to grow. And you just throw yourself into it. Buy some seeds. Google how to sprout seeds. It's called germination. How to germinate blank seeds. And then have at it. There's a wealth of information, YouTube's, small guides that can help you get started. What I started with was tomatoes, peppers, herbs. If you can get that done, then you move right on to cannabis. If Stevie Lou could figure out how to get things from seed to full maturity, then you can. It's as simple as that. But start with tomatoes and peppers and then move on to cannabis. That's what I say. That's what I try to tell people. That's my personal. I don't think I heard that anywhere. Pretty sure that's like what I did. So now I go out there and tell people. Toes cooked. John bailed. KB carrying this shit on his back right now. Damn, that's like a headline. I see you soon. Yep, I guess DeAndre Washington has been sending me veiled threats this whole episode. So there's my boy, Roy Cohn, checking it out. This is a test stream here just to make sure this equip is working. And it's fucking, look how smooth this fucking thing is, dude. Like, smooth as fuck. We could do action shots on Saturday, tomorrow. It's crazy. I keep saying Saturday, but tomorrow. Yeah, Olive says she's been trying to send Denful money. That's true. I was witness to that. Give him a fat dab. Yeah, I think everybody should get a fat dab. Someone's going to send Vaping Dago is going to get his money back at some point too. It's going to be a blast for everyone. I'm excited, and I'm not even going to. Michaela, I'm going to need you on the mod mic, on the mod position on Saturday. Listen, you don't have to be there the whole time, but please just keep an eye on the animals, if you will. Same to you, Jesse. And Flat Cat, if you're listening as well. Doodle is another one of my mods. MGD is also one of my mod ladies. So it's a pretty hot crew of chicks, if you ask me. Hey Stevie, please make sure Chow gets nowhere near KB. I mean, I'll try. You got that greenhouse. Look, man, I prefer a more evenly dispersed moisture percentage across my soil to encourage healthy root growth wherever it chooses. Okay. Tulu. Tulu. Hey, Rochi. I'll say a tulu to you, Rochi. It's what we say over here in the UK. It means a different thing to you. Everyone knows that you in America. In America, things mean different things. They call a toilet loo. They call a Lola toilet. They call a toilet loo. They call a toilet toilet. Fucking Piazza. Rochi, keep my fucking name out of your mouth. I wish someone could text me a snack or breakfast. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, wet paper towels, mild heat until sprouted, then transfer to soil. That's what I do to test germination rates for grain. Yeah, you could do the wet paper towel trick. That's what we call it, literally the wet paper towel trick. For cannabis, I don't think you necessarily need it to be heat. I say you just put it in a dry, dark place doesn't need light. At least cannabis seeds don't need light to sprout. They just need that moisture. Another trick that I use for cannabis seeds, because seeds, they have the cannabis seeds have a shell, a denser shell that you need the moisture to break through to unlock, is you take a little shot glass of water and you do 1/4 hydrogen peroxide. I learned that from this guy called the Loopy Gardener. Loopy Gardener on Twitter, X. Brilliant cannabis producer, just a home grower, hobbyist who knows his shit. But that's something I learned from him, is that you just put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in with the water, just a little bit of diluted hydrogen peroxide, and that will help encourage the shell to break down and get the moisture through to get that little taproot. You want the taproot, baby. Once you got a taproot, you know you're in business. But man, fucking dead fool. I honestly think that I could see myself one day becoming like a organic gardener, having a small farm in upstate New York with like livestock. I love goats, cows. I love like livestock like that. Pigs, chickens. I've taken a chicken farming or raising, excuse me, chicken raising class before from the city. I'm a big compost guy. I love natural compost. And shit, I'd love to just grow some bomb ass weed without disturbing. Like, I do weed growing on the balcony as a hobby, just for fun. Like, honestly, I don't get full sunlight on my balcony, so who knows how this cannabis is going to come out. It's kind of fun to grow and smoke your own weed, even if it's not like the highest grade shit. Just like it is fun to grow and eat your own tomatoes, peppers, herbs, or wheat in Mr. Deadfool's situation here. Okay, I gotta get going. Speaking of producing, having a producer to keep things running smoothly in StreamYard might help. Not angling for the job. All right, Luke, I'll fucking hit you up. That's a very good idea, as a matter of fact, and you would be a perfect candidate. So we will give you a shout at some point today to talk. I could use that. Okay. I think that's it. I don't know. I got all these people here. All 30 of you, 29, 28. Thank you very much. So yeah, F animals, too much work, can't take vacation unless you hire help. I hear that. They're cute. I just love like being able to interact. It can be kind of fun. But I hear that. A lot of work. Lucky is where we live in New York, especially you go upstate a little bit, there's a lot of help out there. So I get it. I wouldn't be able to do it all on my own. But yeah, I've been upstate before, and like I found this really cool fucking campsite that had a petting zoo and a livestock petting zoo and farm on site, and I fucking love the shit out of that. And really had a eye-opening experience. I have some great I posted the pictures. I got to post them again, but some videos too. We would have like a campfire and cook on the campfire, and then I would take the scraps from the campfire over from the dinner to the animals the next morning, and they would fucking flock all over me, and it was just like I was high as shit and just loving it. So yeah, you just take naps with animals in a barn. It's just fucking great. Yeah, growing from scraps, that's composting, man. Like I am a composter. I have a bin in my freezer where you know, I set all of my organic material. And there's a lot of organic material. I cook at home, and there's a lot of leftover organic stuff that you normally would toss out, and I'm putting that to the side. It stays in the freezer so it don't decompose too quick, and then I bring it over once a week to a little community garden, which composts naturally. And then I'll get finished compost and I'll put it in my cannabis plants and my tomatoes and yada yada. And it's just one hand washes the other. So I am absolutely losing steam here fast and rapidly. I hate to say it, but we are going to end up bouncing. Thank you very much to everyone who showed up. Hit the like button before you go. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Yeah, I can't pull the videos up, Olive. I'm sorry. And I wish I could do 2 more hours. But gonna have to call it quits here. Thank you very much. You guys rule. Tomorrow is the night. The day, the night. Okay, well, last thing we'll say, remember, starting around 4 o'clock, we'll be live from outside Rodney's, doing a 420 smoke out, expecting some good folks to show up. Everyone is welcome. Literally everyone is welcome to come hang. It's no weird shit. And then right after that, we're going to set up shop inside the pub right next to Rodney's. Going to grab a spot, and we're going to just stream the shenanigans. I'll hopefully have a whole cast of maniacs coming through to hang. We'll pass the mic around. We'll shoot the shit. And then closer to showtime, I'll go outside and try to be that man on the street that you all know me to be. And then we'll follow up into inside Rodney's. I'll set up probably same spot that we set up for the John show, in the corner, and kind of hold things down and pop in every once in a while on the show. Since it's not just John's produced show, we should have a little more leeway, but who knows how things will go? Who really knows how things will go? It'll be part of the fun. Yeah, the lunatics are on the grass. Hot dang. Lieutenant Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Throw the L's up. We'll smoke Ray out if he wants. We'll smoke the Rayman out if he wants, but... Alright, yo. That's it. I'm out. Peace.